All right, so you know how it is. Sometimes you just want to get right into the good stuff.
Jump right in.
Exactly.
Get to the information and have it stick.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to do today. We're going to be taking a deep dive into Kern Studios. And the man who really kind of shaped what it is today, Barry Kern.
You know, it's fascinating when you think about Kern Studios. You know, it's not brand new. It's not some new venture. This thing goes all the way back to 1932.
Wow.
That's when Barry Kern's grandfather, Roy Kern, he was a sign painter by trade.
Okay.
But he built the very first Mardi Gras float.
Really?
It was on a mule-drawn wagon.
Oh, wow.
Can you imagine?
That's a humble beginning.
Yeah, for something that has become so iconic.
So iconic. I mean, everyone knows Mardi Gras.
Exactly.
And then his father, Blaine Kern, I mean, he kind of took what his dad had started and really turned it up a notch.
Amplified it.
Yeah. In 1947, he painted a mural.
Uh-huh.
And that actually led to him being invited to design floats for Mardi Gras.
Wow.
And there's even a great story about Walt Disney himself. Seeing one of Blaine Kern's creations, an 18-foot-tall gorilla
No kidding.
that had people inside making it move.
Wow.
And he was so impressed that he offered Blaine Kern a job.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Well, you know, Blaine Kern was dedicated to Mardi Gras and growing the family business in New Orleans.
So he stayed.
He did. He stayed. He
Yeah.
decided to stay and build on this tradition that his father had started.
That's amazing. And I mean, really, you can see how that decision, and then later the guidance he got from the Rex captain, Darwin Fenner,
Right.
really helped set the stage for the Kern family to have the deep impact on Mardi Gras.
Absolutely. So that brings us up to Barry Kern,
Okay.
who kind of inherited this, very successful family business.
Yeah.
But he did so much more than just keep things going.
Yeah.
He didn't just maintain the status quo.
Right.
He had a vision.
He wanted to expand it.
He wanted to expand it exactly. He saw the potential for what Kern Studios could be.
So he didn't just inherit a legacy and just kind of maintain it. He was pushing it further.
Yeah, he was pushing it further. I mean, Barry Kern grew up around this studio. He traveled internationally from a young age.
Really?
So he had this really global perspective. And there's a quote from Barry Kern that really gets at this, where he says, "My whole life, we've been executing his incredibly creative ideas. That's why we've been able to take it all over the world."
Wow.
And you can really see that kind of ambition there.
Yeah, that's taking it to a whole other level.
And he actually credits his time studying in Spain in the early 1980s as kind of helping him understand how to take this family business and make it global.
Interesting. So what was he studying in Spain?
He was studying advanced Spanish and Iberian studies in Seville.
So he was really immersing himself in Spanish culture.
Yeah, and he immersed himself in the art and the festival traditions of the Iberian Peninsula.
Interesting.
So it wasn't just an academic experience for him. It was very much about understanding spectacle and celebration.
So he was seeing how other cultures were celebrating.
Exactly.
And how to kind of bring that to a wider audience.
Yeah, and how to translate that for different audiences. So that wasn't all. Barry Kern also really changed how the work was done. He brought in a lot of modernization and technology.
Okay, so let's talk about how he modernized things.
Yeah.
So Kern Studios adopted these things called digital fabrication strategies.
Okay.
And, some of their creations are huge.
They're enormous.
So they had to bring in some serious tech.
Yeah, I mean, they invested a lot in technology.
In 2016, they bought a QUK KR90 robotic milling machine. What? I know, and they nicknamed it Pixie.
Pixie.
Yeah.
That's a cute name for something so big.
It is a cute name, but this is a massive machine.
I mean, what does it do?
So imagine a giant arm that is incredibly precise.
Okay.
And it can carve huge pieces of foam or other materials.
Wow.
It has a 6-axis arm and a 60-foot rotary table.
Oh, my God.
So they can make these really big, detailed figures.
Much faster than they could before, I imagine.
Yes, much faster than traditional methods.
But did this get rid of the human artist?
That's a great question, and it's something that Barry Kern addressed himself.
Okay.
He said about Pixie, "Robots can do many things, but it is neither creative nor aware of aesthetics, so there will always be a need for real-life artists, designers, and programmers. As a matter of fact, adding this tool to our production process has not only expanded our production capacity, but has also created more positions in our company for programming 3D modeling and 3D scanning."
So that's really important. I mean, that's one of those things that people are always worried about with technology, that it's going to replace jobs.
Right.
But in this case, it's not about automation leading to job losses. It's actually about enhancing the skills of their very talented artist.
Yeah, it's giving them new capabilities to do even more ambitious designs.
And it's creating new jobs
Exactly. And it really shows that, technology can be used to expand human potential.
instead of replacing it.
Right.
So while Kern Studios is still, creating those amazing Mardi Gras floats that everyone knows and loves, Barry Kern really pushed the company to go beyond just that.
Yeah, they're not just a Mardi Gras float company anymore.
No, they're not.
So what else are they doing?
So they've really become a leader in the creation of floats, props, themed environments, all kinds of spectaculars.
So are we talking globally here?
Globally, they are recognized as the world's leading maker in this field.
Wow. So it's not just New Orleans Mardi Gras. This is like worldwide.
Worldwide.
So who are some of their clients?
One of their biggest clients is Universal Studios.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, their Mardi Gras celebration in Orlando features the work of Kern Studios for 2 whole months out of the year.
That's incredible.
They even created a parade for Universal in Beijing
Wow.
that's being called the biggest, longest, and most expensive theme park parade ever built.
So this isn't just like a local thing anymore. This
Mhm.
is international. This is like a big deal.
It is a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And it really shows that the kind of artistry and spectacle that Kern Studios creates resonates with audiences everywhere.
Yeah, it's a universal appeal.
Yeah, I mean, it's no longer just a regional phenomenon.
And the fact that Universal Studios is working with them
Exactly.
really shows the level of quality and creativity that Kern Studios brings to the table.
And another one of their major clients is Disney.
Disney. Wow, okay.
Yeah, I mean, Disney is known for creating immersive magical experiences.
Right.
And so for them to choose Kern Studios to help them create those experiences speaks volumes about the quality and the imaginative design that Kern Studios offers.
Yeah, these aren't just props.
No.
These are essential elements in really creating these really elaborate and curated experiences for millions of people visiting these parks.
And Barry Kern is also leading the design of the floats for the 2025 Super Bowl parade,
Which is happening in New Orleans.
right back here in New Orleans.
Wow, okay.
So that's a huge platform to bring that New Orleans flair to one of the biggest sporting events in the world.
So they're going from theme parks and Mardi Gras to the NFL?
To the NFL.
I mean, that's a pretty wide range of clients.
And it really shows their versatility. And they can go from the whimsical world of Mardi Gras and theme parks to something very specific like branding for the NFL.
Yeah, and the celebratory needs of the NFL are quite different.
Yeah, but they can adapt and, really showcase their deep understanding of different audiences and events.
They can handle it all.
And all this work, from the Mardi Gras floats to these huge international projects,
Yeah.
happens in their 300,000 square foot facility in New Orleans.
That is gigantic.
It's recognized as the world's largest float designing and building facility.
That's amazing. I mean, can you imagine the creative energy in that place?
I know it's not just a factory, it's a hub where traditional artistry meets cutting-edge technology.
It's where it all comes together.
And their work can be found in even more places than we've talked about. You can find their creations in advertising campaigns,
Oh, really?
in movies, even in casinos around the world.
Wow.
So it's like their artistry has permeated so many aspects of entertainment and the commercial landscape.
So what's the secret to their success?
Well, I think it comes down to a few things. Imaginative and captivating design, meticulous attention to detail,
Okay.
and this ability to take the visual language of Mardi Gras and make it work in a diverse range of applications.
And of course, Barry Kern's vision.
Oh, absolutely. So
Yeah.
to bring it all together, Barry Kern took the incredible legacy built by his father and grandfather, and he didn't just keep it going.
He took it further.
He took it so much further.
So he expanded it internationally?
He embraced modernization. He saw opportunities beyond just parades, and he turned Kern Studios into this global powerhouse.
That's quite a legacy.
It's a legacy of respecting tradition and embracing innovation at the same time.
It makes you wonder if there are other local art forms that could have that kind of global influence with the right leadership and a modern approach.
That's a really great question and something to think about.
Yeah.
I mean, what other creative traditions out there have the potential to become something much bigger?
Food for thought.
It definitely is food for thought.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We'll see you next time.
Bye.